called we call it here the EAAA process, which is very, very, very helpful. And I'll show it to you right now. This is how we do it over here. This is how I've trained agents, chat agents, to provide their assurance of help, acknowledgement, and empathy statements. So let's take a look at the diagram here, and I'll go over it with you guys here. Okay. So this is what we got. This is the EAAA process. This is our way of doing it here at the Academy, and now we're going to share it with you. Okay. It's a 4-step process in which we're going to start with an empathic statement. That's the first step. Empathic statement means that we're acknowledging the customer's feelings. Secondly, we'll have the appreciation and assurance of help statement, in which appreciation is just adding value. Assurance is your willingness to help. The third step is to acknowledge the situation and the importance of the customer's concern. And finally, we'll add an apology if necessary. So that's our 4-step process. E, empathy. A, assurance. A, acknowledgement. A, apology if necessary. Okay, so let's take a look at how that works. We'll go step by step and show you how to build this great paragraph here, okay? So let's get started over here. Okay. First step in our process to getting this done is to provide an empathic statement. Now, what I advise agents and what I advise team members, staff members, etc. I advise agents, specifically if English is a second language to the agents, I advise them to learn an empathic statement per week. That would be my advice. Have the agents learn the empathic statement. I print it out, have it laminated, put it on each station, and just have the whole team cooperate and have the agents, hey, have a meeting and sit them down and say, hey, this is the empathic phrase. You guys are going to use this whole week. And I'll be checking up on it as the language coach. Your supervisor will be checking up on it, and your QA is also going to check up on it to see if you guys are using empathy with your customers. Sometimes agents just lack the vocabulary or ideas, So it's good to have visuals, laminated visuals, and here's a good one that you can use. Very simple. It says, you're absolutely right, Mr. Customer. If I were in your position, I'd also feel concerned. I'd also feel upset, etc. Another example would be, I completely agree, Mr. Customer. If I were in your position, I'd also feel concerned with the shipment. Okay, so this is going to be like a script. Just use the script, and you'll be able to build the vocabulary with your agents and whatnot. Okay.
All right.
Good. So let's take a look. Here are some examples. Remember that empathy is the ability to recognize feelings and emotions in others. So we have to be able to recognize the emotions and feelings of our customers. And we're going to use the second conditional. Language-wise, the second conditional. Why? Because in the second conditional, you're imagining an unreal. It's the unreal conditional. You're imagining, you're putting yourself in the customer's shoes. Empathy is about putting yourself in the customer's shoes. When you use the second conditional, you're imagining how it would feel. You're imagining what the situation would be like. You're imagining the feelings and how you would feel. So the second conditional is perfect for this. So my friend Mario here is going to help me read the examples.
Okay, you're absolutely right, Neil. If I were in your position, I'd also feel upset.
Correct.
You're absolutely right, Dan. I also feel concerned if I were in your position. You are completely right, Jake. If I were in your position, I would also feel frustrated. I completely agree, Mr. Kiyosaki. If I were in your position, I would also be disappointed. I completely agree, DeAndre. I will also feel dissatisfied if I were in your position.
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much. So let's take a look at how this phrase works. The first part is just acknowledging. Hey, Mario, you're absolutely right. If I were in your position, working overtime, I would feel tired too. Right? Or Mario, I completely agree. If I were in your position, I would feel stressed with all the workload that you have to do. So I get you. I get you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's do a little practice. I want you to use this structure and acknowledge my feeling. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hey, listen. I got disconnected. I had a 20-minute conversation with a previous agent. He was about to finish the replacement process, but we got disconnected. I was expecting a call back, and here I am, an hour later, waiting to see what happened with my replacement.
You're absolutely right, Emerson. I also feel concerned if I were in your position waiting for a callback.
Yeah, you know, it sucks. And, you know, just waiting here and wondering what happened, you know?
I completely agree, Mr. E. If I were in your position, I would also feel disappointed.
Yeah, well, thank goodness. So what do you need? Order number? Let's get started with this.
Okay, would you please give me your order number, please?
Perfect. Good job, Mario.
Thank you.
Nice. Good work, brother. Okay, yeah, so that's how you do it. You know what, guys? Just like Mario did it right now, I'll be honest with you. For everybody listening out there, for those of you that are married or have a woman or whatnot, or a girlfriend, a feisty girlfriend or feisty wife, whatever, I tested these empathic statements with my girl, you know, and they worked.
Oh, really?
They worked, guaranteed. Because you know how your woman or your girl might complain all the time, you know, like, hey, why are you so? Why do you always come late from work? Or you know, she might. I use these and I tested these while she was pregnant, during the time that she was pregnant.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she was like, it says you don't understand. I feel like I'm 300 pounds. You know, I want to throw
Yeah.
up, and look at you. You're sitting there on your butt at work, having a good time with your friends, you know? And I was like, instead of getting angry, I would go like, you know, hey, baby, you're absolutely right. If I were the one pregnant, I guess I would feel crazy, you know? I would feel angry. I would feel frustrated, you know? So, you know,
The empathy, right?
yeah, exactly. I completely agree with you, babe. And you know, I would feel angry too. So if I were in your position, I wouldn't be able to handle it just like you're doing. And you know, I would say this, write it down on the chat, and her reply was, "Okay, just remember to bring me McDonald's or something."
3 hamburgers, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it worked. You know, before I would used to be confrontational, like, oh, just leave me alone, you know, whatever, because I wasn't empathizing, you know. But
I got it.
so if test these guys. If you got a woman out there that's giving you a hard time, is a bit feisty, she's pregnant or whatnot, try them out. They work. They work. Use as many as you can and repeat them as fast as you can. So guarantee they'll work. If they work with a pregnant mom, they're gonna work with your customers. Rest assured. Okay. So
Yeah.
first step is empathy, right? Recognize the emotions. Second thing, appreciation is value.